Morning. We're going to go through Pearson coefficient today. This is the first kind of video YouTube lesson, so you'll have to forgive it being probably a tad on the naff side. This is the equation we're going to look at today. We're going to find a value for r values of x and our values of y. We should know what this funny little letter is. It's sigma, and it means add them all up. And we should know what that is as well. That's the mean of x, and that's our data set. So we'll go through it. Let's just go through what this means. This is a Pearson coefficient. It helps us analyse how good our lines of best fit are. It's named after Mr. Carl Pearson. Did he have a beard? We'll find out at the end. So, sorry if you're not into football. This is a book called Soccernomics. Check out this graph. Use a pen. The more a club spends, the higher its league position. Look at Port Rotherham. This is a bit dated. Look, 2007. So Brighton are down there. Forest and Derby there, if you're into football. Man City weren't very good once in a while, and they're there. Leeds are there. There's Man U, they're Chelsea. Look at the dates, kind of thing. So obviously, the top teams are going to be spending more money on wages, and they're going to be, the average league position is going to be there. And they got all the points, and they drew a line of best fit. I'm intrigued by this R notion here. R 0.8872 means there's a positive correlation, because it's a positive number, and 0.8, it's 88% or 89%, I suppose we should say. Okay, so what we're going to do is you should have values for x and values of y, and we're going to go through this equation. Now I want you now to write this equation down on a piece of paper. And we refer back to it. Now this equation looks like nonsense, and it really, in a way, is nonsense, but it's overly complicated. But we can understand it. I'm going to send you this, what I've done on an Excel sheet. So you should have wrote that down now. If not, pause it. There we go. Now, hang on. This is how good I am with YouTube and stuff like that. I reckon someone somewhere should be able to put this. Right, you should all be able to see that. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make it a bit bigger. And I'll put it further away so you can read it. Right, so I want you to try and make this table. Now you have your values of x and your values of y. Okay? And basically what your man Pearson did with this is he worked out how far away each x point was from the mean. So the first thing you have to do is work out the mean of x. Okay, so you've got your x. So my example here, I have a value for x. Is it me? Can you see that? Right. I have a value for x. There's a cursor, is 1. Okay? 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. Okay, now my average for x, I added them all up. Yeah? And divided by how many there were. And that's 1.2. So my next column is going to be x minus my average of x. So if the average was 1.2, then x minus average of x for that column is minus 0.2. Okay? And I'll do that for every value of x. Now obviously if I added all these up, it would sum up to 0 because I've got negative numbers. So what we're going to do is square it to kind of get rid of the negative numbers. And now we've lost the whole point of this. We've lost the point that what we're trying to do is correlation. We're just stuck in maths, but that's okay. I'm going to square that number here. So I've got my x number, or my variable